Good afternoon everybody, Calm Biker here. Out for a ride on the Animal. Every time I get off the Honda and back onto the Kawasaki, it's somewhat of a shock. Such different bikes. Wonderful. Both brilliant in their own ways. I was actually planning on bringing the Honda out because I was thinking of bringing my drone and my camera and going to a place called Byland Abbey to take some photographs, do a bit of photography practice, but it's just, the conditions are just a bit meh. It's overcast, it's supposed to be a sunny day, it's overcast, there's a mist, but there's no kind of cool fingers of mist coming over the hills or anything that would be great for the drone above. It's just a general kind of meh. So I thought, forget that, I'll go where I was planning to go, a place called Byland Abbey. I'll go there another day and I'll bring out the Animal, just have a ride and a bit of an explore. And I thought, well, I'll tell you about something that caused the Animal to be off the road the last couple of days. Not a serious thing, it could have been fixed quicker. I just decided to go out of the Honda instead. But it's to do with the state of the roads in a way. I've come past many signs today already saying warning mud on road, and you can see the state of the roads. It's not actually too bad here, but quite brown in places. Where we've had a lot of rain after the tractors have been out, and that's what actually started this off for me really. Is I came out the other day on the Animal, got it absolutely coated in wet mud, and decided it was time to give it a good wash, which is something I hate doing, as I've said before. I much prefer riding than washing them. But while I was washing it, I noticed a little problem. A few months ago I fitted a fender extender to do with that mud. I was fed up with the mud getting thrown up and covering the front of the engine and the exhaust pipes and oil filter, that kind of thing. So I thought I'll get a fender extender. I've got one of them Pyramid Plastics fender extenders, and I fitted that to the bike, and I have to say it does a really good job. It's a pretty place. I was here the other day on the Honda. The video of that one will already have been put up, I'm sure. So yeah, I'd say it works really well at keeping the mud off. And it came with two ways of fitting it. One way, slightly destructive way, was that it came with 4 little push rivets, those plastic push rivets that you pop through the hole and then you push a little pin into them, which expands the hidden end of the rivet, stopping it coming out. Kind of the equivalent to a rivet with a rivet gun, but you do it with your fingers and it's made of plastic, not metal. So it's ideal for kind of fitting a fender extender, because you kind of drill a hole through your mudguard, drill a hole through the extender in the same place. Actually comes with a couple of bits of tape attached to it so it holds it in the right place for you as you drill it. And that, the idea there is it sticks it in nicely, and as I say, it's destructive, so I thought I'm going to go with the other option. And the other option is it came with dozens of little sticky pads, probably about 30 little sticky pads to be fair, that you stick on the bit that overlaps. There's quite a big overlap between your original mudguard and the extender, so you stick it all over those, make sure it's got a good coverage, and then stick it on using that method. So I went with that method. So I cleaned it all off, cleaned the mudguard, cleaned the fresh fender extender, even though it was clean already. But yeah, give it a good clean and give it a good wipe over with isopropyl alcohol, whatever it's called, something or other, isn't it? Iso something, so that it's ready for the stickums. And then I stuck the pads all over it, stuck the fender extender on, left it for 24 hours, and then kind of give it a good pull and push, and everything was stuck well. But a few months later on, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It seems that got more mud again. Look. It seems that the dirt got in through the gap. It's a little gap where the two bits of plastic meet. The dirt got in and the water got in, and it came unstuck at one side. And I found it when I was washing the bike. I found it hanging down about a centimetre. I thought that's not very good, so I put my finger on it to see how much it would move, and it would move enough to hit the tyre. I thought, well, that's definitely not a good plan, because you know, if it goes into the tyre and jams, it's probably not going to cause an accident, but it's definitely going to do some damage to the plastics at the very least, maybe to the proper mudguard, which, you know, with it being Kawasaki, is going to cost quite a bit of money to repair, or replace I should say. And it's a painted one as well. Obviously you want the paint to match and everything, so it would get more and more expensive, couldn't it? So I mentioned it as a little bit of a warning that if you are getting one of those, or you've got one, especially if you've fitted it using that sticky pad method, just give it a check, because I don't think the sticky pads are as good as they could be. I went back to the rivets, 4 of them that come with a pack, and I've managed to lose one. So I put one in the middle through the top of the mudguard, one either end through the top of the mudguard, and then I had a few kicking around of a different size, and I put one through each side of the mudguard as well. So it ain't going anywhere anymore. That's how it's now fixed on. So I've got 3 of these little pop rivets there, and then just behind the brake line, one either side, which has made it a lot more solid. And the back of the back of those rivets, I was concerned that they might interfere with the tyre, but they're nowhere near, which is good. So yeah, kind of not a review by any means of the Pyramid Plastics Fender extender, but if it was a review, it'd be a mixed one, because it works really well, but it might fall off. Anyone who's got one on the rear, because you can get an extender for the rear as well, for this bike, and would like to tell me how you got on with it, I'd love to know, because I'm tempted to put one on the rear as well. I do have one of those shock guards. I think they're made by R&G, like a neoprene shock cover that covers over the spring and everything on the monoshock. But you do get muck into everything else, and on a naked bike it goes every blooming where. It's a right pain to clean. So if you have got one and it works, please let me know, and if it doesn't work, please let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Hope that's useful information for you. Ride safe, yeah, I'll talk to you all again soon.